It's time for the weekly Forex analysis video, and before we start, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and kindly share the video. Also, it's really important to talk about the VIP group of Telegram. It has been so long since we talked about it. The reason? Of course, the results were not really so much promising as it was supposed to be. However, I'm here so proud to show you the new updated strategy in our signals, and thankfully it has indeed paid off. Actually, I had a meeting with a tutor who has replaced Angela in the group, and he's sending the signals. I discussed with him many things about the timings, about the ways to look for these signals, explained some mistakes, and thankfully as a result it indeed has paid off. And as we can see, the results are so good. Let me just summarize them for you right here. So as we can see, guys, these are our results in the VIP group of Telegram. I mean, you can count it. We have only 1, 2, 3 losses the entire week, closing this week so far with at least 523 pips of profit. Now, of course, for Friday, these two lazy ass signals, if they hit their take profit levels, it would actually have a bigger total amount of pips. But of course, the market was just really so damn slow on Friday, and for that we couldn't actually finalize the results. But that is what we have so far. And of course, it's important to remind you that we are having a good offer for the month of Ramadan to join our VIP group with at least 20% discount on all of our packages. And this offer is gonna expire by tomorrow, Sunday, 17th of March. So I suggest you guys to grab this opportunity to experience the power of Xtreme trader signals and check it yourself. Now I believe the signals are totally good, and that is exactly what I'm talking about. Look at the results. Hopefully, really hopefully, we will continue providing the signals in the same results for the upcoming weeks. Of course, if you want to join, don't forget to or don't hesitate to contact our support in the VIP group of Telegram. You can find their contact details in the description below of this video, and you will also find the link to join the free group of Telegram to receive at least one free signal every day. And you can actually trade with the Xtreme Trader team, because I'm going to send all updates and notifications about any signal I'm sending right here on YouTube in this group. So make sure to join this group, guys. It's totally free of charge. You can just hit the link in the description and you will instantly join this group immediately. So hopefully, guys, I will see you there. Now let's talk about the weekly analysis signals, and let's talk about the Euro USD. So right here, if we look right now at the weekly chart, now most likely, guys, the Euro USD is going to continue the fall. For many reasons. Number one is, of course, this level of a resistance trend line, and if we check it out, as you can see, we can notice that the market, based on the weekly chart, of course, has indeed respected this level of a resistance trend line 1, 2, 3, and finally 4th time. So meaning there was actually a lot of pressure on the market right on this level of a resistance right there, exactly at 1.09674. Now the pressure from the resistance trend line combined with the resistance right here horizontally at the same price, all of them together put a lot of pressure on the Euro USD to continue the fall. So for that reason, I would highly recommend to sell the Euro USD for the upcoming week. Now let's go to the daily chart. Alright, so now based on the daily chart, we can notice that the Friday candle has closed as a small blue candle, indicating that there is a possible pullback that's going to happen by the opening of the market on next Monday. However, we can actually sell the Euro USD as soon as it reaches this level of a resistance at 1.091 for many reasons. Number one is, of course, this was a strong key level of a resistance, and previously it was also a strong key level of a support, and mainly the most important reason was actually this level of a broken support. Now, those who have been following me for a long time, they know exactly what I'm talking about, because as we can see, guys, this was, of course, the bearish breakout candle, and usually the best level to start selling the market is going to be right here at the exact level of the bottom of the tail, which is the nearest one to the bearish breakout candle. So therefore, I would highly recommend to sell the Euro USD exactly right here at 1.09150. Targeting, of course, based on the daily chart again, this level of a strong key support level right here exactly at 1.083. Now, of course, as we can see, this was the strong level of a key support. It was a strong key support level right here, and recently it was a key level of a resistance and has been immediately broken out with this bullish breakout candle. So therefore, if the Euro USD will continue the fall, most likely it will reach that level Now, of course, why that level? Because right here also, we do have a broken level of a resistance trend line. That's interesting. That means that we can expect here a wave to happen, and most likely the EURUSD will fall like that upon the pressure from the resistance, and then continue the fall to retest the broken level of a resistance trend line, and afterward it might actually continue the rise again for a second attempt of the resistance before finally it continue the fall. That's a lot of expectations. Anyway, our selling for the EURUSD will be at 1.091 and take profit level at 1.083, expecting at least 83 pips profit from this signal, and the safe zone that shouldn't be ranging higher than the top of the resistance at 1.0955, ranging for about 40 pips only. Let's now move to the pound USD. Alright, so also for the pound USD, as you can see, if we look right here at the weekly chart, a strong bearish breakout candle happened, and also right here it did not respect that level of a previous resistance, which was also in the past a support. So most likely the pound USD is going to continue the fall toward the support right here at 1.264. That means that we have to look for selling this pair. Now, by moving to the daily chart, however, now we can notice that indeed that level of resistance has already been retested. So therefore, we had here the bullish breakout candle followed with that bearish one, and then the market kept falling down below that level of resistance, and when it rose again, it actually already retested the same level of resistance, and then as we can see, that was right here the creation of the first attempt of the resistance, and therefore the market indeed kept falling, indicating of course a continuation in the fall. Now, the same scenario most likely is going to be repeated, and this time it's going to happen with this level of a resistance right here exactly at 1.277. Also for the same reason, this was of course the nearest level of a key resistance to that bearish breakout candle from this support, and pay attention right here, that is the tail which is the nearest one to that bearish breakout candle. So therefore, if the EURUSD will continue the rise, it will most likely reverse exactly at the same level of that resistance. How many pips is that gonna be? That's gonna be somehow a lot. It's gonna be 36 pips before we can start selling this pair, targeting of course the nearest level of a key support right here at 1.266, expecting at least around 110 pips of profit, and the safe zone that also should not be ranging higher than the peak of the resistance at 1.282, ranging for about 52 pips only. Let's now move to the AUD USD. So AUD USD also did not respect this level of a broken resistance, and as we can see, it just kept falling. Almost the same scenario with the pound USD. By moving now to the 4-hour time frame, we can notice clearly right here that we had right here the bearish breakout candle from this level of a support, and when the market rose again, when the market rose again, as we can see with this wick right here, that wick indicates that this level of a real resistance has already been retested. Now, most likely that's exactly what will gonna happen again. We do have right here a current level of a support, and right now the AUD USD has actually closed on the same level, which means we can expect a pullback, because this current candle right here, this inverted hammer, it's actually a good reversal point price action, which means we can look for a pullback to happen right now, and most likely the same level of resistance will be retested again. So that means that we already have right here a resistance number 1, and we will be shorting the AUD USD right on the second attempt of the resistance. So that means we have to wait for this pair to rise to another around 20 pips before we can sell it. And of course the take profit level will be right here at the nearest level of a key support as well, and previous level of a resistance at 0.651, targeting at least 63 pips of profit, and a safe zone that also shouldn't be ranging much higher than the previous level of a resistance right there at 0.661, ranging for about 31 pips only. Let's now move to the USD CAD. Alright, so here is the USD CAD, and as we can see, the market has indeed respected or actually retested the broken level of a resistance at 1.351. Now, what's next with this pair? Now, I believe that the USD CAD is indeed going to continue to rise. Now, look at that. If we look right here at the weekly chart, at the 4-hour time frame, we do right here have a support trend line, which indeed has been respected, as we can see. So therefore, this level of support, trend line number 1, 2, 3, and then we had right here the fake breakout from that level, and instantly the market has reversed exactly right here at the same level of a support trend line. That's really interesting. That means that most likely right now the market is moving in a strong bullish momentum and most likely is going to continue the rise at least toward the real level of a resistance at 1.359. But we still need to analyze this based on the weekly chart. So right here is of course the weekly chart, and as we can see, indeed we do have right here a real level of a support which indeed has been respected, and as a result the USD CAD is going to continue the rise at least to reach that level of a resistance before it's gonna get any more further movements. So maybe it's gonna make a bearish fall, maybe it's gonna make a pullback. We don't know yet. All what we know that most likely based on this analysis, this level of a support has been respected and the price right now is actually rising toward the resistance at 1.359, which is going to be of course our take profit level, and for that reason I would highly recommend to buy the USD CAD. Now by moving however to the daily chart, also right here the daily chart showing a strong level of a resistance which already has been retested, as we can see right here, exactly right here, and the retest has already passed. This was of course a support number 1, so therefore most likely we can start buying the USD CAD again at a certain level right here. So we can expect actually a pullback to happen because on the left side we are currently on a resistance level, so there is a chance for a pullback to happen and we can start buying the USD CAD at a certain point. So moving back now to the 4-hour time frame, look at that right here. Exactly, we do have right here the nearest level of a key resistance, and right here of course a support number 1. This was of course the broken level of a resistance, and I highly recommend to start buying the USD CAD exactly at the same level after it fall to another around 19 or 20 pips. Also right here, if we check again the support trend line which we have drawn earlier, exactly just like this, we can notice that the market most likely, if it falls right here, it will not only respect this level of a previous support but also that level of a previous support trend line, which became here a resistance trend line once, twice, thrice, and therefore we can see already a support trend line number 1 happened, so we can buy the same exactly at the second attempt of the support trend line. So I think that's going to be enough reason to buy the USD CAD right here, targeting of course the nearest level of a resistance, expecting around 77 pips profit from this signal, and the safe zone that shouldn't be ranging lower than the previous level of a key support right here at 1.348, ranging for about 38 pips against 77 pips of profit. Moving now to the USDJPY. Alright, so now what can we expect next with this pair? Actually, in my opinion, the USDJPY is going to continue the rise. Now, based on the weekly chart, my friends, we can notice right here a strong rejection happened from this level of a support. As you can see, the market already formed right here a previous level of a key support, and we already have right here a support number 1, and right now, as we can see, the final creation of support number 2, which indicates that the USDJPY will continue the rise at least to reach the peak of the resistance right here at 150.540. So that means that most likely we have to look for buying this pair. Moving back to the daily chart. Right here on the daily chart, it's important to highlight the strong key level of a support, which lies exactly right here. Check this out. So we do have right here a strong bullish breakout candle from this level of a resistance at 148.780. It was a strong level of a resistance right here as well. And remember, I'm on the daily chart. Now, where is the nearest support? It lies exactly right here. That was of course the strongest levels of a key support on the same level of the previous resistance as well. So therefore, if the USDJPY is going to make any pullbacks, I would recommend to buy it exactly right here after it falls to another 24 pips, and then continue buying the pair at least to reach the real level of a resistance at 150.160. We can expect around 140 pips profit from this signal, and the same zone that shouldn't be ranging much lower than the previous level of a support at 148.253, ranging for about 51 pips only. Moving now to the USDCHF. So now what about the USD CHF? Again, it's not going to take a while to analyze this pair. all I have to say is based right here on the daily chart. As you can see also, we do have right here a broken level of a support, and that is of course the nearest bullish breakout candle to that level of a support. So therefore the USD CHF is most likely now going to continue the rise. Moving back to the daily, to the 4-hour time frame, we can see a very clear shot right here of course of a support trend line, as we can see, and look at that, the market is indeed respecting that level of a previous support. But however, I don't really want to send a signal to buy the USD CHF right here at that level of a support. It's important to understand that we do have right here, of course, a strong level of a support, which most likely is going to be retested. So therefore, I mean this level, of course, at 0.880. Therefore, I would like to send the safest signal for the USD CHF and wait for the pair to fall to another 29 pips before we can start buying it. And from that level, we can continue buying the pair until it reaches the highest level of a resistance at 0.887, expecting around 73 pips of profit, and the safe zone that also shouldn't be ranging lower than the previous level of a key support at 0.877. Let me now please write the signal for you. And let's now move to the gold. Yes, you heard it right. We are going to analyze the gold for this week because actually it looks so much promising, and finally we have some price action to rely on so we can actually do something about the gold, unlike the previous 3 weeks. Now, most likely, guys, let me just explain to you something. Based on the weekly chart, we do have right now a red candle, which actually is really promising because it means that the gold right now is getting ready for the bearish fall, and in my opinion, it will continue the fall till it reach that level of a resistance at 2070.95. Pay attention, that was of course a strong key level of a resistance in the past, and right now seeing this red candle right here is really so promising for me. I believe that the gold will continue the fall till it reach or actually retest the broken level of resistance before it makes any further movements, which most likely is going to be bullish. But until then, I believe that we can sell the gold. Moving now to the daily chart, also the price action right here is really promising for the continuation on the fall. Actually, we cannot get much from the daily chart. Let's move to the 4-hour time frame. Now, here is the trick. Look at that. This is really interesting. That is actually what got my attention the first minute I looked at the gold. Look at that. So right now, we do have a strong real level of a resistance exactly at 2,164. Now, what happened next? The market actually, based on the 4-hour time frame, made a very small and shy attempts to break out from that level of resistance. So we had, in total, we had around 12 candles trying to break out from that level of resistance. Then instantly, one bearish candle wiped all this hard work away and just fell again below that level of resistance. Wow, the sellers are really putting their foot right here. Again, the buyers didn't give up. Again, kept trying to rise again above that level of resistance for another 11 candles. And then again, another red candle right here, wiping out or wiping away all their hard work. Boom, go below that level of resistance. The buyers didn't give up. And again, for another at least 5 candles, kept making small attempts to rise above that level of resistance. And the seller said, no, you're not going up. Boom, another strong bearish breakout candle. You know what I'm talking about. So meaning this level of resistance is really holding the position. And as we can see, that was right here, the first candle, which actually represents a real attempt of the resistance. So that means that most likely right now, the gold will make another pullback and reverse again at the same level of a real resistance right here at 2,164. And I believe it's going to be safe to sell the gold exactly from that level. Also right here, if we look carefully, we do have right here a broken level of a channel, as we can see, a triangle, sorry, as we can see exactly just like that. So the gold has finally abandoned that triangle and most likely is going to continue to rise again to retest the broken level of support trend line, plus of course respecting the real level of a resistance, and then it's going to reverse. So I believe it's going to be really promising and good signal to sell the gold after it rises to another 90 pips, and of course targeting the real level of a resistance right here at 2,131.33, expecting at least 252 pips profit from this signal, and the safe zone It shouldn't really be ranging higher than this level of any resistance at 2174.95, ranging only for about 106 pips against 252 pips of profit. And that's gonna be everything, my friends, for the weekly analysis. I really hope it's gonna be a good week and profitable one to all of Xtreme Trader followers. Again, don't forget to join our free group of Telegram and get a chance to experience the VIP group of Telegram, enjoying the 20% discount offer, which will expire by tomorrow, Sunday. So I really suggest you guys to hurry up and grab this opportunity. Contact our support. You can find their contact details in the description below of this video, or also you can find them in the free group of Telegram. So you can simply join the free group of Telegram and you will find their contact details link everywhere in the free group. So until then, I hope that is informative to you, and I would like to thank you for watching.